Yo, what is good and welcome back on the channel. My name is SGB Cards and on here I'm taking you with me on a journey of starting and building a TCG business completely from scratch. So if that's something you're interested in, definitely consider leaving a comment and subscribing to the channel. That supports the journey and helps me out a ton. Now the topic of today's video is a new collection that we've bought. So let me just get it in frame. Inside this package we have a whole bulk lot. I think it's around 3,200 cards, weighs around 7 kilograms, so it is kind of a lot. And I already unpacked this, as you can see, and I've already checked out the cards. But I just wanted to, do a little bit of a deep dive in what we've got in here on camera. All of the stuff is in like little ETBs, so this one is a Yu-Gi-Oh box. I think this one is even a deck box. So we have a bunch of different stuff. Let me just quickly get this out of the package so we can then start talking about it. Also, this stuff is packaged okay. It's not the best packaging I've ever seen for Pokemon cards, and I imagine if we have more expensive cards in here that are worth a lot more in near mint than in excellent, we might have a little bit of a problem, as some of these cards might just be a little bit scratched, a little bit bent. Yeah, certainly not the best packaging. So I just got everything out of the package, so let's put that off to the side. Now the first thing that we have in here is Sword and Shield English Common and Common 230 cards. So luckily all of these cards are already sorted a little bit. So this is just, as you can see, a bunch of Sword and Shield cards. All of these should be commons and uncommons. And if we can just go through them, and you can see, these are English cards and quite good actually. Most of the cards in here will be commons and uncommons. We'll just see how much that works. Basically, the inventory that we have right now is, I think, around 4,000 cards German, and then another like couple hundred, maybe 1,000 cards English. And I definitely wanted to build up that English inventory as well, just to appeal to more collectors who are buying English cards, which is why I actually bought this collection, because I wanted to, not just sit on the German stuff and sell German cards and, have all of the English cards sitting to the side, but I actually wanted to build up my English inventory as well. So yeah, that is great. As you can see back here, some of these cards are a little bit, let's actually get them out. Some of these cards might actually be a little bit damaged. I can see one card especially in particular that's kind of looking not so good. Which one is it? Probably you won't be able to pick it up on camera, but if you look really close, just like up here in the corner, focus, there's like a tiny dent in there, so that's definitely maybe even a lightly played card. Definitely not damaged. Besides this, it's looking pretty much perfect. But yeah, so that's that. Then we have, this is probably going to be the same thing for all of the bulk that we go through, but still, we have this Surging Spark pack, and in here there's supposed to be all of the Joan cards, which maybe we'll save these ones for the last, because I think these are the only Joan cards that we have. So let's get this out of the way. We have this Sword and Shield 180 Holo cards in here. Unfortunately, the Holo cards were literally packed the worst, so well, let's just try to get them out without damaging them more, and instantly get rid of that rubber band. So yeah, looks, even though these are not packaged well, it looks like they're fine. We'll have to see. So this is all Holo cards from Sword Shield. So this looks like Surging Sparks, Prismatic Evolutions, Surging Sparks. Or it would be really, really good if all of these were sorted by set as well already. That would make my life a lot easier actually. Let's cut open this rubber band so we don't bend the cards accidentally. And then we have a little bit more black and white. And then we have some older sets. Okay, these are not sorted. That's unfortunate. But then there's a lot more Prismatic Evolutions. So Prismatic Evolutions has been kind of selling, which is good. So yeah. There are some cool cards in here. So these are, how many are it? 180 Holo cards. So this is a stack of 90, and then we have the second stack that's also 90. So these are cool. I'm gonna put the container to the side again. Then what is in here? I think for this one I've lost the letter actually. Let's see. This is supposed to be Scarlet and Violet, 325 trainers and 200 energy. So this is pretty boring. So I suppose up here these are all energies, you know, just some Scarlet and Violet energies. Nothing exciting in here. As well as a bunch of trainers actually. Let me get them out. So for some reason, yeah, this trainer has still the rubber band around it. So these are all prismatic evolutions. Black, white, the standard sets. More prismatic evolutions. And literally, you know, just the trainers. Everything is in English. So yeah, we will see how good these sell. Probably not too good. Then we have even more energies. So this is just a whole stack of energy cards. Super thick. And then let's see what's in the other half. I think it's gonna be more trainers. Let's see. So this is the second stack we took out of the package. Put that to the side again. And let's just see. So yeah, these seem to be all trainers. Prismatic Evolution, Surging Sparks. A lot of Mega Evolution. A lot of Prismatic Evolutions in here. I will see. A lot of Mega Evolution as well. We will see how good that stuff sells. But, you know, let's put it to the side for the moment. More Prismatic Evolutions. Some Obsidian Flame. Yeah, just a really thick stack of trainer cards. But the fact that he sort them kind of already makes it a lot easier for us to go through and to sort them later on. So I'm actually kind of glad that we have this. Yeah, let's pick out the next package. So this is gonna be Scarlet and Violet, 390 reverse and 100 commons and uncommons. So let's see, I'm guessing that these are just the commons and uncommons up here, you know, just some stand-up cards. Again, Prismatic Evolutions, Twilight Masquerade, everything English, of course. So yeah, also, I just wanted to let you know, in the video in the past I've said that I'm currently only shipping to Germany. And I was doing this because I thought that it would mean, like, it would have loads more of tax implications if I wasn't selling, if I was basically selling outside of Germany, in the EU as well. But it turns out I've got a nice comment from somebody who just said, like, yeah, maybe you're not getting too many sales because you have the EU sales disabled. So actually now I just enabled that again, and I have all the stuff set to tracked because, you know, I still want to have tracking if I send outside of Germany. But basically, if you're outside of Germany, you can still order cards from me. And this might make sense with all of the English cards that I now have. Because, of course, you know, these cards are going to be more interesting to people outside of Germany as well, who might just be collecting English. Because, you know, why collect, I don't know, German cards if you can also collect English ones? And yeah, then we have a bunch of reverse holos in here. So, you know, just a thick stack of reverse holo cards. Also nice that these are pre-sorted again as well, because we usually take out all of the holos and reverse holos and put them in a separate place. So this makes it a lot easier for me. And there are actually so much more cards in here. So these are all reverse holos as well. Entire stack. We should probably see that we upload these first. And then right here, I think we have another stack of just commons and uncommons. So this many commons, uncommons. Probably, I'm just realizing this is probably not the most interesting video to watch, as I'm just going through all of these cards, but there's also some energies in here. Also reverse holo energy, which is cool. And the rest of this is also just, you know, regular reverse holos. Probably nothing too valuable in here. And the whole stack looks like this. So this is all reverse holo, this is all trainer, this is all holo, and this is all commons and uncommons. All right. Then let's move on to the next package. I'll see if I'm gonna reuse these somehow, or if I'm just gonna put them in the trash, because, like, what should I use these for? In here we have a little bit of a mixed bag. So in here seems to be pretty much everything out of the older sets. So these are all holo cards, I suppose. Yes. Man, some of these artworks look mad. Like, look at that. That looks so cool. That is looking crazy. Back then, a holo was really a holo and not just, you know, a little bit of a shiny card. Ooh. Also, are these? Let's see. I'm not exactly sure. But aren't holos like this kind of special? Like a Cosmo holo? I'm not. Nah, this is not Cosmo, right? No, it's not. Now, for a minute, I thought this would be a Cosmo holo, but I don't think it is. Well, yeah, the holos look super cool. So let's put these to the side again. Then we have energies. So, whoop. No. I kind of dislike rubber bands. Like, it's definitely not good for the cards. Hopefully, they're going to be fine. So, this is all just, you know, standard energies. I'll have to check out how I list them. And then we have more energies, some normal cards, and a lot more energies. All right. So these are all energies. Whole stack of them. And then I guess these are all uncommons. No. Yeah, so these are all trainers. Commons and uncommons, just trainers. Also from the little bit older sets, which is cool. So yeah, there we have a bunch of trainers. I don't think we have any of them so far, so that's cool. We have even more trainers, or I think these are rather reverse holos. So let's cut off the rubber band again, like that. And just see, yeah, these are all reverse holos. Man, these older cards look so much cooler. I don't know why that is, but like, even this reverse holo energy, you know, special energy, it just looks so cool, man. So yeah, this is the whole stack of reverse holos we have from that area. And then I guess this stack is all the commons and uncommons. So this is obviously the biggest stack of all of them. Yeah. We're gonna sort these by set as well. We'll see how good that goes. And I'm just gonna put them to the side right here. And already you might be able to tell right here, the desk is kind of filling up with cards as I'm already starting to sort everything a little bit. So we don't have much to go through. So we still have 3 of these boxes as well as this deck box. So let's just open this up. I think these are all commons and uncommons, I'm guessing. Yeah, so these are all just commons, uncommons from the newer sets. Also everything in English. So that's cool. You know, just no valuable cards in here, obviously. Just a few cent cards each. So let's put them, we have to put all the standard cards right there. And then this is 500 commons, uncommons. So this is really stacked with even more of them. Probably really boring to look at, but you know, just a bunch of commons and uncommons out of that area. Surging Sparks again, Prismatic Evolutions, bunch of stuff. So let's get this out quickly. So, you know, this is the next stack. Let me actually show you. Probably 150 cards or something. And then we have this stack. And then we have the last one right here. Really thick one. So, you know, probably like 300 cards or something. Yeah, like that. And that goes right here. And then we have one English container left. So let's open that up real quick. In here we have even more commons and uncommons. Alright, so kept the least exciting stuff for the end, as always. That's fantastic. Definitely how it should go. So more basic cards, Surging Sparks, Prismatic Evolution, that kind of stuff. And another stack. And another stack. So I don't even know where to put them right now, because there's just so many cards on my desk. We'll have to get them in like sorting containers quickly. But it is kind of good that all of these seem to be at least kind of pre-sorted already, so we don't have to go through all of that stuff separately. So yeah, that's that. And now comes the German cards. So these are by far the least. So I guess these are all the trainers. Let's actually cut that open. A little bit stuff from white, black, that kind of stuff. You know, just I think actually this trainer is kind of rare. I think it's like a 25-cent cards or something, marked value, which is cool. So let's just, do we already have the trainers? Not the German ones, so I'm just gonna put all of the German stuff to the side. I kind of want to separate my whole inventory and have the German cards in one space and the English cards in another space. So we're gonna see how good that works out. Then right here we have all the energies. So let's also open these up. For some reason there are more holo cards in here than there are basic cards. I don't know why that is, but it is like that. So more scarlet and violet energies, just this time that it's in German for whatever reason. And then right here I think we have all of the holo cards. Oh gosh, these are a lot actually. So let's open them up carefully. And the cards are kind of bent. I'm not sure if you can tell on the camera. Well, like there's definitely a slight bend in here. Gonna see how much of a difference that makes when we have like the individual card, how much it's bent. But you can definitely tell. So yeah, these look kind of cool, you know, just a bunch of holo cards. That's great. And then last but not least, we have, where are they? Some reverse holos are in here. Open them up like that. You know, just a really small stack of German reverse holos from that era. Nothing too valuable in here as well, I suppose. Not really, no. And then, last but not least, we have a small, rather small stack of German cards that are common and uncommon. So that is this, you know. So yeah, this was all of the cards that were in the collection. I've paid 67 euros plus shipping for that. So hopefully we're gonna be able to make that money back and make some profits. I am guessing that we're not gonna be able to make the most profit out of this. Including shipping, this cost me 72 euros. So also currently we're not getting any orders basically, which kind of sucks. So yeah, we will see how good that works out. For now, I've lowered my prices a little bit. So before this, I was basically doing a min-max strategy where I was taking the maximum price between either being the fourth lowest seller that's from Germany or being 1 cent below the average mark price of the last 7 days. And I've now changed that up to being 20% below that number. So a lot of cards that I had listed at 3 cents are now at 2 cents. Some of cards that were at 10 cents are now at 8 cents, and so on and so forth. And I'm just trying if it makes a real difference when my cards are actually a lot lower. We will see how good that works out. So yeah, with that being said, I hope you enjoyed the video, the little overview. Let me actually real quick grab the camera. Just so you can get an idea of what's actually on the table. So, you know, these are the trainers in English. This right here are the reverse holos. This right here is the older stuff, commons and uncommons. Energies from Scarlet and Violet. These are the commons and uncommons. 1, 2, 3, 4 stacks. More energies. I probably should put these energies right here. Then we have the trainers from Sword and Shield. More Scarlet and Violet. These are all the holo cards. Trainers and holos, energies, more trainers, And then right here, we have all of the German cards. So yeah, these are a lot of cards. It will take us a few days just to, list all of these. But hopefully it kind of helps that these are indeed a little bit pre-sorted already. So that's going to make stuff a lot easier. And then we'll just see how long it takes us to, get these cards live. I think it's going to be pretty quick. So hopefully within a week, all of this stuff is uploaded. Probably not, but right now I have a lot of free time, so we can do that. And then hopefully we get some more orders in. I can actually show you how we ship out cards, and not just one order a day, but more like 3, 4, 5 orders a day. That would be perfect. Because I want to move through that inventory. I want to get some money back. Basically, right now I have 25 euros left to spend if I want to keep my goal of building up this business with less than $500. And yeah, so that's not buying my collection. And I want to get more stuff. I want to try out Magic the Gathering, because from what I've heard, people say that like bulk, like cheap cards, are a lot better with Magic the Gathering. So I just want to, dip my toes into this as well, buy like 5,000 cards maybe, and just see how that works out and list them. And the problem is obviously if I have a relatively big Pokemon inventory, let's say, 8,000 cards or something, people might be buying from me, people might not be buying from me because somebody else has 20,000 cards. And the fact that, I have also a 8,000 card Magic the Gathering inventory won't change a single bit, because people are either looking for Pokemon or they're looking for Magic. They're not looking for both at the same time. So I guess I want to try out Magic, but also I shouldn't just start spreading myself too thin and trying to be the Pokemon guy and the Magic guy at the same time, because that is just not helpful. If I buy 10,000 cards of Magic the Gathering and I have 10,000 Pokemon cards, I could have also just bought either 20,000 Magic or 20,000 Pokemon cards, and that would be a lot more helpful to the business, I think, because then I have a lot more different cards in stock and people will buy a lot more different stuff from me. So yeah, with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'm excited to go through this. I'll now just start, sorting everything. If you're interested in how I sort my cards, definitely check out one of my last videos. Everything is in there. And with that being said, I hope to see you guys in the next video. Have a wonderful day. Bye.